Hi. Hope everyone had a great weekend. As you can tell, I'm not really looking like I'm working out today, but I had jury duty, and so luckily they let us go, so I'm free for the week. But while I was still sort of in my office attire, I figured I would take you through some really good stretches that you can do at your desk. I come across a lot of people who complain of lower back pain, and that I always ask them, well, do you sit all day? And generally it's a yes. So sitting can be awful for our health. So if you are one of those that have to sit at a desk all day long, try to get up and stand up for just a few minutes. Walk around your office, walk down the hall, drink lots of water so you have to go to the bathroom often. Whatever you have to do, but just keep moving. So, but because you are sitting in a chair doesn't mean you can't just take little mini breaks to breathe and to stretch, which I also highly recommend. And you can even work while you're doing some of this. So I wanted to take you through several of my favorite stretches that you can do that would be really beneficial for your overall health while sitting at your desk. And first one would just generally be doing a seated twist. So taking a full inhale, sitting up tall, belly button pulls in. And then exhaling, belly button pulls in here actually to engage your core. And you're just gonna look over your shoulder and never pushing anything, just kind of listening to your body and breathe. And then maybe on your next inhale, come back to center, sitting up tall, and exhale, twist in the other direction. And release. Seated cat and cow is another great thing to do. It's really good for spinal health. So I like to just kind of hold on to my knees, and you round your back, tuck your chin as you exhale, and then inhale, opening up your chest. So draw your shoulders, your shoulder blades together, shoulders back and down, and just gaze up. And then exhaling to round, and then inhaling right back up. And then do as many of those as you like that just feel really good, and move with your breath for those. Seated pigeon is another great one, and you're just going to take your, I'm starting off with my right side, but right ankle over your left knee right above it. If this is really hard for you, then you definitely need this stretch. If it is really hard for you or very tight in your hip flexors, front of those hips. So you might, if this is just hard, you might just stay here. If that knee is up, and that's fine. If it doesn't cause any pain, stay there, but try to sit up tall. Maybe you can add a little bit more by just gently opening up, pressing that thigh down. And depending on your flexibility, as you exhale, you can even lean forward and go a little deeper. So definitely feeling this in my right hip. I did a lot of sitting this weekend myself. And again, taking about 5 breaths. You want to stay contacted though with your chair. You don't want to kind of lift up. And then release. And of course you're going to do the other side, which might seem like a whole other different story. Just do what you can on this side. Breathe. And in yoga, breathe through your nose. So just inhaling and exhaling. And release. Another great one for your hamstrings. You're just going to sit in your chair and extend one leg straight out. You can't really see me, but my foot is flexed, so my toes are up, and my heel is just kind of digging into the floor. And sitting up tall, and then I'm just gonna lean forward. Just watch out you don't fall off your chair, so you might wanna hold on to it. But you should get that good stretch in the back of the leg. Taking about 5 or so deep inhales and exhales, and then when you're done, it always feels good for me when I kind of round my back to come out of it. Often when we are sitting at a desk or in front of a computer, we tend to kind of hunch and draw our shoulder blades inward. So this is going to get super weak here, or actually really tight here, very weak back muscles. So opening up, anything you can do to do that. So one is just to interlace your fingers behind you. If you're so tight you can't do that, grab a towel, bring one to the office, and then just hold on to that. So I can interlace my fingers. If you can as well, you're just going to send your knuckles down to your chair. And then maybe even gazing up and hold. And again, 5 or so breaths. And then release. And always a really good shoulder roll is a good thing to do. Taking a few in one direction. And then switching. Switching, going the other direction. And a lot of times when we are stressed, we are feeling it all in our shoulders and our neck. So just a very simple neck stretch, sending that ear to your shoulder. You go a little deeper by taking this hand and just gently pressing that down a little bit more. And then inhaling back up, and then you go to the other side. And inhaling, and even tucking the chin and gazing down. So now you're getting a good stretch in the back of your neck. And then release. And then finally, just the wrist. A lot of times, depending if you're not really set up properly, you might start to feel that in your wrist as you're sitting there on your keyboard. So just using your desk, you might have to stand up for this one. You're just placing your hand flat. Yeah, I need to stand up for that. And then you could even point your fingers in their direction, going a little tighter, getting a little deeper in that stretch. Doing that on both sides. Or it could look something like this if you don't want to use your desk. And then just simply little wrist rolls, getting your circulation going in their direction. I hope those stretches help you as you sit at your desk today. And even if you're retired but you find yourself just sitting, these are also very good stretches for you. Try to do these every day. If you are able to, come to yoga during the week as well. And if you forget to exercise, just breathe, keep breathing, and have a great day.